Well, Boch, the good news is the Diamondbacks are not the Phillies. Is that good news? You like to face a new opponent, right? You want to get somebody like that out of town when you haven't had success against them.
Yeah, you know what? Those games with Philly could have gone either way. We were just missing a big hit. I thought we pitched them well. We played well. We're just missing that time to hit in that series. Now it's time to move on. And we're playing a hot team here. It's playing very well. So we got to play our best ball here. So you move on from a tough series. That's what we have to do.
You mentioned last night tweaking the lineup, trying to continue to maneuver that. Something you're continuing to do, I would assume?
A little bit, tweaking a little bit. We'll try to get this right as far as getting runs on the board consistently. We're running through a pretty good stretch of good pitching, and you don't figure score a lot of runs, but you got to score enough. And so that's what you do, is tweak things a little bit occasionally and see if you can get things going.
Already series is pretty favorable.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing a better job against lefties, but yesterday was a right-hander, so we gotta hit those too. And it's going to come down to what I'm talking about. Just keep creating those opportunities, and we got to cash in a little bit better.
Do you have some updates on the guys? You had Evan Carter and I think Chris Martin throwing live, right?
Martin throws live tomorrow.
Okay. So who would slide VP for Carter today?
Yeah.
And that went well?
Went well. So see how he's doing. I'll talk to Lucky here right before the game. Just check in with him. If he feels well, feels good, then he'll start rehab tomorrow.
Do you expect a long rehab, or you just kind of play
He'll
by ear?
let us know. He'll let us know. I think he needs a bat, so you could tell the early part of it. He was fouling balls off, chipping the rust off, and got better as it went. But it doesn't matter how much you swing off the tee, and in the batting cage is just different. Seeing live pitching and seeing 4 different pitches. So, but he'll get some at bats down there.
And you've had a number of veterans who've gone out and had rehab assignments, and they've been very brief. But with Carter and his history with the back, do you need to err a little bit more on the side of caution there?
We hope not. We think he's fine. He feels great. I talked to him today. There's nothing going on with him, so we're going to have our normal progression, build him up. He's not going to go out there and play 9 the first day, and build him up to where we think he needs to be before we bring him back up here.
What have you seen differently, or have you seen anything different from Jock lately? He seems to be.
He's been on time lately. That's the biggest difference. It looks like he's seeing the ball more. He's not expanding, and he's being Jock now. The Jock that we know, and it's been good to see him get his timing.
You like him in that 4-hole spot for kind of similar yesterday?
Yeah, I do. I've thought, some other areas. He's led off. Smitty, he's trying to get his back going. And so we have to adjust. He's a possibility to even lead off, but anywhere in the top 4 or 5 spots, I like Jock.
Coach, typically, right, the tone of the offense is start out okay, the middle innings or that second time through, and they usually kind of break through against the pitcher, and then all of a sudden you're either facing leverage arms in the bullpen or whatever. This team scores fine in the first 3 innings. It's those middle 3 when they actually have a decline. Does that tell you anything about y'all's approach or your execution?
No, we've talked about it, how important it is. Every inning come in and try. If you have a lead, you tack on. If you're down, you do what you can to score. Every inning's important. So I wish I had a good answer for you on why we are getting shut down in those innings you're talking about. We came out in all 3 games. We did what we wanted to do, and that's score the first inning. And 2 games we got shut out the rest of the way. No, it shouldn't happen. I agree. Why it's happening, it's a hard one for us even to figure out, because you're getting more knowledge of the pitcher. Now, I will say sometimes the starter's getting settled in, and so it's good to take advantage of that first inning. And you've seen our guys do it too. So, no, every inning's important, whether you're ahead or if you're behind.
Is first base a platoon now?
I haven't declared that, but that's kind of how I'm doing the early go here with the quad that Berger's dealing with. It's a way to kind of break him in a little bit easier and not stress that out in the early go.
How do you look at the catching situation right now? Is it still usage based? Has one
I think
the other?
But both, usage and of course how they're doing. I know Jonah's trying to find his swing, but you're not going to run Higgy out there too many in a row. We've already lost him for a little bit, and so they'll still be splitting it up close to what they've been doing.
It's sometimes it's easy to explain, like when a guy gets into a slump and the power falls off, right? So Wyatt's been without power for a while. What do you see in there? And then the second part of that is he's also not running much. And I'm wondering...
He's not what?
Running as much lately.
Yeah.
Why? What do you see him?
Well, I think at a plate is... I think with Wyatt, it's just his timing hasn't probably been as good, especially when he's right on. He's pulling more balls. He's not doing that as much, and I know he's staying on the breaking ball and a little bit better, and he's doing a good job of controlling the strike zone. He's getting his walks, but sometimes you can overdo that and lose a little bit of what you do well too. So it's a fine line, but his own base has been good. The one thing, as you notice that he's not hitting. He hasn't hit a home run in a while, but that'll come. What happens is you get the barrel on the ball and hopefully get your hits, and then that comes. So he'll get back to driving the ball.
Are you seeing anything on the bases why he's not running?
No, we're not shutting him down or anything. I will say some of these pitchers we're facing are not giving us a chance to run. You've seen we've made some outs on the bases, so we are trying to pick our spots where we're not running ourselves out of innings. But no, he's not being shut down. There's nothing going on with his legs.
If you don't mind me flashing back, I know it's a while ago, but Evaldi, Game 5. I mean, what do you think of when you think of that performance? I mean, he had some traffic there, but he just didn't give in at all.
I think what you just touched on, the traffic he got in and the pitches he made, the double plays to get out of them. This guy just has ability to slow down the game and make a good pitch, and you saw it in the biggest game. And so that's what I remember, the gutty effort. Because they put pressure on him, but he didn't cave in and kept his poise out there and just made great pitches and got us deep in the game.
With Evo's going for a career best of 7 straight victories today, what's the common denominator that you see in all of his outings? Is it poise, calmness,
Command, just remarkable command. Yeah. But all the things, holding runners, but really the pitchability that, he's been showing in this nice run that he's on.
Have you been made aware of how well Cody Freeman is playing in AAA right now?
Oh, yeah,
What are your thoughts on Cody Freeman?
What are our thoughts? No, I like what he's doing. That's why he got called up earlier. And, he's a guy that we're following. Yeah, he's doing a lot of great things there. He's mixing in some other positions, and he's doing what he needs to do.
Does he need to play first base a little bit, Cody?
Yeah, he's taking ground balls and stuff there. We've talked about that. His versatility will be a big player in his career.
Isn't there like a thing like at Six Flags where you got to be this tall to play first base?
Well, Garvey played first.
Garvey was what, 5'6", I think?
He always said he was like 5'10", but he wasn't. All right.